Hello Aquarius, here's your weekly horoscope for February 14 to 20th. Well, on this first day of the week, we still have Jupiter conjunct Venus in your sign. So even for a cool detached sign like yourself, Aquarius, it is very likely that you've been feeling a lot more love and tender feelings this week. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Sometimes you don't always express yourself in that manner all that well on a personal level. Sometimes there's some hidden fears or insecurities that Aquarius doesn't like to show, but it does sometimes give you a reputation as being a bit of a cool cucumber type, but you can actually be very warm and kind and caring when you like, and especially when Jupiter's conjunct Venus, no doubt your partner, family, and friends have benefited from your good cheer this week. There's a lot still going on in Aquarius. We had 6 planets in Aquarius last week, including the moon. This week we still have 5, although we do have, who's moving? The sun is moving into Pisces towards the end of this week. So for now, still with the sun in Aquarius, semi-sextile Pluto, that enables Aquarius to feel like they're on more firm footing. That's very important to your sign. Although you're ruled by the unruly planet Uranus, which is all about upheaval and upsets and things, you don't really like to be rocked off of your rails. And unfortunately, there's been a lot going on in the sky that has been knocking every sign off the rails, including yourself. But this aspect, Sun sextile Pluto, does help you get back a little bit more on your feet, if in fact you weren't. This week, we have Venus squaring Mars pretty much from Monday on. So it's a good thing you probably had Venus-Jupiter conjunct last week because it brought out your softer side. Mars squaring Venus in Aquarius is a little bit harsh. It may bring out, well, sometimes people need to hear the truth. And sometimes Aquarius likes to speak the truth, whether it's shocking or not. You are unafraid to express your opinions and ideals. And this week, that will be very clear to some people. However, Mars squares do tend to make people feel a little bit more frustrated than is helpful, or perhaps angry and irritable. Generally with Mars square Venus, most people are feeling frustrated because they may not be feeling they have enough love or romance or attention or something that they feel they need in their life. But that's why I always tell every sign, if you're feeling you're not loved, start to love yourself a little bit more. That's something that sometimes we're not taught or we don't learn. You truly cannot love other people until you fully understand what self-love is. And I don't mean the selfish kind. I mean making sure that your needs are cared for. Aquarius can do that for sure, but if your needs are not met this week, you might be a little bit more irritable. Unfortunately, we also have Jupiter squaring Lilith all week. Lilith is not a planet, it's a point in the sky. But Lilith is representative of a person's darkest emotions and feelings. And I have to double check. Yes, Mercury is also squaring Lilith all week too. So Mercury squaring Lilith will perhaps indicate that some people may have to say some unkind things, or well, maybe they don't have to, but they do anyhow. Unfortunately, again, these more negative and darker emotions can erupt with this kind of an aspect. Jupiter squaring Lilith as well just sort of blows it all out of proportion. So if you're having some very dark feelings this week, it might be a good idea for you to express them in private. Try to express yourself in poetry or any art form that you might do. Write a letter to yourself. If someone's really annoyed you, write a letter to them, but don't send it. Wait till the next day, because maybe just expressing your feelings is enough. But sometimes you express these negative feelings to people in the wrong way, and you can ruin relationships. So you don't want to do that. Other than that, Aquarius, we do have Saturn in your sign, also sextiling Chiron all month, which is a wonderful, wonderful aspect. Chiron is the wounded healer, or the maverick, as astrologers will call it in a horoscope. And when it's making a positive, somewhat soft aspect to the planet Saturn, that's really good because Saturn is a bit of a harsh planet at times, and with Chiron making a softer aspect to it, it does indicate that when it comes to your duties, your responsibilities, your ideals, and your attention to the rules, those could be a little more relaxed this week, and that's probably a good idea. In fact, you may decide you want to break a few rules this week, and if that's the case, go right ahead, Aquarius. Just make sure it's not illegal or immoral, but you have fun doing whatever you like, because with Venus still in Aquarius this week, and Jupiter as well. You're feeling your more positive side, hopefully. Have a great week ahead, Aquarius.